Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back, welcome back. Happy Christmas Eve. It's 30 degrees. It's Tuesday, and I'm with you live from New York. Queens, New York to be specific. So, Heartless on the holidays. Right? Heartless for the holidays. However you want to say it. Same thing. Right? Where do I begin? I'm deciding to make this video as authentic as possible because one of the things that motivates me to do what I do on this channel is to be as authentic as possible. Unfiltered. I make a lot of mistakes. If you watch my video in regards to the parallels between Superman and Jesus, I incorrectly said the director's name. The director's name is James Gunn. I said James Dunn throughout the video. I did not pull the video and redo it just so I could say his name correctly. I just under the description I just changed his name and made my my wrongs right by doing so. Put the asterisk next to his name. It wasn't intentional. I digress. What's the point of me saying all of this? Is when I started this channel, my goal was to be as authentic as possible, because before I even had a channel, I, like many of you, are a supporter of many different platforms, many different channels. And all I know is that when I decided to take on this venture to get on YouTube, I want to be as genuine as possible. Now, I'm still filling it out, and I'm still getting comfortable looking at the camera and things of that nature. But I just wanted to make sure every time I got on the camera, and those of you watching, those of you who subscribe, eventually subscribe, and tune in, I want to make sure when you look at me, you say, that guy's genuine. I can see myself speaking with that person. They don't seem phony. And I really plan to maintain that no matter where this goes on this channel. All right. And if for whatever reason I should change up, by all means get in the comments and say, yo, remember that video you did back in 2024 on Christmas Eve? Where's that guy at? I'm not afraid to be humbled. All right. I'm not opposed to it. But let's get into this thing. All right, let's get into this. I don't even know where to begin with New York. I've been a resident, I want to say, for a total of, I left New York for 5 years. I was living in different places, but I've been a resident in New York for well over 30 years. And I feel like I've seen it all, whether or not I've seen it up close and personal, or just over TV or through the TV. I feel like I've seen it all. But this right here, a few days before Christmas, is just disgusting. All right. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about on Sunday, December 22nd, Sebastian Zapita. He's a 33-year-old immigrant from Guatemala. He set a woman on fire while she was sleeping. Now, when I heard the report, I put myself in the train car, because I used to ride the trains not too long ago. I think the last time I've been on the New York subway system might have been 6 years ago. So when I heard the story, I said maybe these were two homeless people, maybe a couple, maybe they were drunk, because these are the type of things, New Yorkers could vouch for me. These are the type of things you see on the regular. Early in the morning when you're leaving for work, you see people sleeping on the platforms. You see it all, right? You see it all. So when I initially heard the report, I automatically thought maybe there was some connection between the two of them. I thought maybe they may have been a couple that was homeless, and maybe there was a dispute. It wouldn't have justified his actions, but I just assumed that there was a connection. Come to find out, based on the reports, there was absolutely no connection. They don't even, based on, I guess, the camera footage from the train car, they never even saw them communicate at all. So when the train arrived in Brooklyn, the F train, it arrived in Brooklyn Coney Island stop. He lit the woman's clothes on fire, exited the train, sat down on one of the benches right outside the train, and just proceeded to just stand there and watch her burn. Now, I mean, this could be like a 2-3 hour video, honestly. I don't even know where to begin with that. You know, this has been the year where you hear a lot of people talk mental health, mental health, mental health. I don't recall if people were talking about mental health last year, but I do know this year there's been a lot of people coming out, you know, throwing that out there in social media, on different platforms. Mental health awareness, mental health. Could this be chalked up as mental health? Possibly. You know? But one of the things I want to speak about in this situation, especially this being Christmas Eve at the time of this recording, is consider this, you know, for those of you who come to New York City as foreigners or visitors, and you stay in Manhattan, and you're riding through Central Park on the horse and carriage, you're trying out all the fancy restaurants, you're going to the West Side, you're going on the Intrepid, you're going to visit the Trade Center, you're visiting the memorial of the Trade Center, you're going to Liberty Island to see the Statue of Liberty, you're going to 34th Street to see Macy's, you know, to go to the Empire State Building. I could go on and on and on. You're taking tours to the Brooklyn Bridge. You're walking back and forth over the Brooklyn Bridge. I think I pretty much nailed all the major things that most tourists do. But that's not even where I'm going with this video. For all you tourists that come into New York City, for all you out-of-towners that have never been to New York City, but you experience New York City during the holidays in Christmas films, like A Christmas Story or Home Alone. I need you to understand that, and this is going back to what I said in the beginning, in the real world, there's real problems and real issues. Listen, Christmas is tomorrow, and I'm going to use myself for example. Christmas is tomorrow, and I work Christmas because I work in a field where it never closes. So I work Christmas. I'm obviously working today. I'm shooting this video literally before I hop out my car to punch into work. That's real. All right. What's not real, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, what's not real is Fifth Avenue shopping. What's not real is constantly posting your gains. It's real. It's real. Staying healthy is real. But we're talking about right now, the 24th, going into Christmas tomorrow. Fifth Avenue shopping, posting your gains. Just anything, posting anything on social media that involves vanity, where you're showing off your figure, or you're showing off your possessions. Oh, look at my watch this year. Oh, look at the, I see rap artists around my age or older, pulling up into the neighborhood with nice cars and stuff like that. We got it. We understand. You're blessed, and I'm not hating on anybody that's Fifth Avenue shopping. Anyone, I'm just bringing up what I'm trying to point out is that there's a majority that's suffering, You know, Sebastian Zapata was they said he reportedly snuck into the country, I think through Arizona back in 2018. He was deported, and then at some point in time, which they haven't they're unsure of, he snuck back into the country. And the point I'm trying to make is there are people out there that during this holiday season, they're really suffering. Understand, in New York City, there's people who are going through the homeless shelters. They're living in homeless shelters. People living on the street in the cold weather. Living in the train stations underground, sleeping on trains, riding trains from stop to stop. There are people living on platforms in the train station. You may even see some on Fifth Avenue on cardboard boxes with their cups out for the holidays, you know, trying to make some money to get something to eat. There's just so many things going on in the real world that I think we lose sight of the fact of the bigger picture. And this is why I want to say it was my second video posted. I posted a video and I say blessed, which I just changed the cover to that video last night if you were paying attention, but that's not that important. We're blessed, and I don't think we realize it because we're too busy watching social media and judging our lives based on what we see on social media. And this man, Sebastian Zapata, who knows what he was going through? You got to put yourself, and I'm not justifying what he did to this woman, but how low could you be in life to be on a New York City train, you light someone on fire, and then you just sit there? And as I mentioned, he snuck into the country back in 2018. He was deported and he found his way back in. When you don't really have a purpose in life, or you don't have family, you're really lost as a person. I don't even know if this is a mental health issue in as much as it can be about just being lost and having no purpose, no guidance. And how many people out there feel like that? Forget about the holidays, but especially during the holidays, when you see people, when you're around tourists, all cheerful, smiling, taking pictures, taking selfies on the train. They're happy to be on the train to experience New York, and even just regular New Yorkers. I don't really think regular New Yorkers are as cheerful as the visitors. I don't believe it, but I could be wrong. I'm not on the subway at this time, but my point is that man looks and must be lost, because when I looked at the body camera photo from the police officer that was used initially when they first arrested him, he looks spaced out. Now you can blame it on the new thing too now in 2024 is everything is fentanyl. Not saying that they said he was on fentanyl, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out. But he looks spaced out. Now, whether he was intoxicated or whatever the case is, he looks spaced out. And even yesterday when I saw them, I think take him out of court or out of one of the precincts, he had on one of those painter suits on. He still looks spaced out. And I don't know if that has to do with all he's gone through in life, but just know that you're blessed. And this video has nothing to do about you being blessed, but there's people out there that are lost. And you may feel like you're lost, but really, I think what people need to do more often is take time out to realize just how good they got it, you know? And I'm going to get back to the story, but let me just say a few things. And I'm just going to share what I give thanks for, you know, for those of you who find it hard to figure out, oh, I don't have what that person has, or, I'm only renting a room. I don't have my own house. I don't have my own apartment. I don't have a car. I have to ride the train. Or I don't have enough for a train. I'm using a bicycle to get to work. Listen, if you got 2 eyes that you can see out of, you're blessed. If you have 2 feet you could stand on, you're blessed. If you have 2 hands you can use, you are blessed. If you have 2 ears that you could hear from, you're blessed. All right? And I've never shared this on the platform. Maybe I would have shared it, but I lost my hearing in 2019 in this ear right here. So I'm literally only hearing from one ear, right? And I went through a couple of months when that happened where I was looking at God like this, like, why me? Because music was a big part of my life. And I don't want to digress, I want to go right back to the story, but I'm trying to stay in line here. Even with me losing my hearing, and I have tinnitus, which means I have a constant ringing in my ear, even while I was recording this video. It's like a whooshing sound. And I don't think a lot of people will ever understand what it's like to have tinnitus or tinnitus. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but you get the point. Look it up if you will. Even with that, I'm blessed. All right. And would I like to have my hearing back? Absolutely. That would be the best Christmas gift I could get. If I could wake up tomorrow and have both of my hearing back, I would be ecstatic. I don't need nothing under the tree. I would just want my hearing back. But I'm saying that to say this. All those things I mentioned are reasons to be joyful during the holiday season. All right. So forget all the worldly possessions. You're not taking none of that with you when you pass away anyway. So get over it. You know, the big chains, the designer sneakers and shoes, the fancy dress, the foreign cars, the big trips means nothing in the grand scheme of things, because your health literally is wealth. Your health literally is wealth. There's someone in the hospital right now that is fighting cancer or some type of terminal disease. There's people hooked up to all types of ventilators. You are blessed. But going back to this story, in terms of Sebastian, because I just want to make sure I nail some things, right? According to the Gothamist.com, this murder that took place on the F train on Sunday, the 22nd, makes the 11th homicide this year. Right now, as of this recording, there's 7 days left in December. Please, New York City subways, passengers and patrons, please, let's take a time out. All right, please. Right now, there's an NYPD Transit Bureau chart that I'm gonna try to post at the end of this video, or maybe in between. I have to figure that out, but I will definitely try to post it at the end of this video so you can take a look at it. Since 1997, this year, this is the most homicides on the New York City trains. There's 4 million commuters that use the New York City trains, and this year, since 1997, makes the highest. As a matter of fact, I mentioned, based on Gothamist.com, this is the 11th homicide for the year. This is the highest. There's been numbers, single-digit numbers. I think at one point, I have to look back at the chart. Don't quote me on this. I think the highest at one point might have been 10. But we're at 11 right now. And the 11 includes, like I said, Sunday's murder. So that's just crazy to me. The New York Post states murders soar 60%. This time last year, there was only 5 homicides on the New York City Transit. And you'll see that in the chart also when I post it at the end. This same time last year, there was only 5 homicides. And as of today, December 24th, 2024, we're at 11. So you just think about that. We're at 11. Okay? Outside of that, it's like a circus, because Governor Kathy Hochul, all right, is under scrutiny, because I didn't even know this. This I researched this morning. She's under scrutiny because on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, now known as X, she posted on the same day that this woman was set on fire. She posted the following quote, and I'm gonna read it. And she posted it, I believe, along with pictures of her greeting like National Guards and stuff like that. The National Guards that are down there in the subway system that were deployed back in March. So this is her quote, Governor Kathy Hochul's quote, right? She said, "In March, I took action to make our subways safer for the millions of people who take trains each day. Since deploying the National Guard to support NYPD and MTA safety efforts and adding cameras to all subway cars, crime is going down and ridership is going up." She posted that the same day the woman was set on fire. Now, to play devil's advocate, it's possible she posted it before it happened. You know, I don't know when she posted it. I don't know if she went as a PR move and posted this after she got wind that there was a fire on an F train and a woman was set on fire. I don't know exactly when she posted it. So I'm not going to judge her until I find that out. All right. But as of right now, she posted this that same day. So she posted this on Sunday, the 22nd, what I just read to you. So she's under scrutiny right now. People are calling for her to resign. The owner of X, which is Elon Musk, also was disgusted by her post. And I don't know what to say. You know, I don't know what to say. Let me just point this out also. It says last week, the governor, she vowed to deploy 250 additional National Guards to the subways. And that's in addition to 750 troops were sent by the state back in March, right? And the one thing I'll say about that, and I'm not here to bash the governor, you know, to be honest with you, I haven't even been keeping up with the governor of New York. But here's the thing. What I'm gonna say on that. 4 million people take New York City transit, right? I don't care how many National Guards, MT police, NYPD you put in there. If a crime's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. No one is God. No one is omnipresent. You know, my occupation, the background of my occupation, which at this time I don't really care to disclose, but in my occupation, if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, right? The response time varies depending on the location of the incident. So, for example, in this situation, if the National Guards were around, obviously they could have put out the fire faster. But when you're dealing with a subway system with 4 million people using it, how do you keep up with that type of number? I mean, there's only so much you can do. I'm not here to put the blame on anyone, because this is really about Sebastian and the decision that he made, the horrible decision he made, the horrific decision he made, the inhumane decision he made, the demonic decision he made. You know, let me not get off the fact that he's not off the hook. I mean, come on. You know, that is, no matter what he's gone through, it's inexcusable to take someone's life because you're going through something. Now, I know it's probably easier said than done for those who are living under those conditions, but it's inexcusable. But I don't even know what else to say about this. Oh, lastly, let me say this. I was completely disgusted when I saw the video. I'm not talking about the video that the news is showing where they blur the lady out. I'm talking about the video where I can see people with their cell phones out. I am all the way disgusted by people that were there with their cell phones out. You know, we live in an era of people wanting to get the exclusive. I don't know if they're getting it so they can show their friends, oh, I was on the platform while she was burning. Listen, one thing I can say about myself, and I'm not perfect, is I have a heart to help people. If I'm on that platform and someone's burning, I'm taking my coat off and I'm trying to put the flames out if possible. And if that doesn't work, I tried to do something. The last thing I'm gonna do is pull my phone out and record somebody in despair. We got to do better, New Yorkers. That was disgusting. When I saw that, I was all the way disgusted. Whoever those people were that had the cell phone out recording, I don't know if they think they're helping PD by getting the footage of somebody burning. It's not like they took the phone out and had it on the guy who was sitting there. You're filming someone that's on fire. I have no words for that. I was completely disgusted. And my thoughts on those people, I'm not going to share it on social media. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it as clean as possible. This is Christmas Eve, and I want to keep it clean. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than just be blessed, be grateful, and dig deep and find peace within yourself. And if you're able to find that peace, share it with someone. It costs you nothing to share that peace, that love with someone. All right, let's stop being negative all the time. You know, I'm definitely the type of person that dwells in negativity at times, and I could come up with a million excuses on why that happens. But let's do better. Let's end it on that note. Let's do better. Not just New York City, this country, this world. Let's do better. And as always, thank you, and share this video. Thank you for tuning in and listening, and share this video. Honorable Men Discord. Thank you.